Derek Summers liked to think of himself as an entertainer. He was not a musician, not a comedian, not a professional gamer. But he had discovered the thrill of live streaming from his phone. Whenever he went out, he would prop his device on the dashboard or carry it through the store, sharing his thoughts and jokes with whoever happened to tune in. His audience was not enormous, but he had a loyal handful of regular viewers who tuned in every evening just to see what mischief Derek was up to. One Saturday morning, Derek decided that his next big stream would take place during a drive across town. Road Trip Live, he called it. He announced it proudly the night before, and promised his followers that he would share music, commentary, and silly challenges while on the road. The idea was reckless, but Derek brushed off concerns. "I can multitask," he told himself. "I am a great driver, and I will be careful." When the morning came, Derek mounted his phone on the dashboard, hit the streaming button, and grinned into the camera. "Good morning, everyone. Derek here, coming to you live from my car. Today we are going to cruise across town, and you all are riding shotgun." At first, the stream went smoothly. Derek played upbeat songs, sang along, and cracked jokes with the audience. The comments rolled in. His viewers egged him on, asking him to shout catchphrases out the window or wave at passing cars. Derek laughed, leaned toward the phone, and read comments aloud, while occasionally taking his eyes off the road. "Tell us your craziest driving story," one viewer typed. "Oh, you want crazy?" Derek replied, glancing at the screen. "How about the time I tried to eat a whole cheeseburger while turning a corner? Spoiler alert, the burger did not make it." He laughed loudly, eyes still darting between the road and the chat. As the minutes passed, Derek grew bolder. He began holding the phone in his hand instead of leaving it on the mount, angling it to show his face better. He responded to comments in real time, shouting greetings to usernames that popped up on the screen. He was so caught up in entertaining that he hardly noticed his driving was becoming sloppy. Meanwhile, among the dozens of viewers watching, one person was especially amused. A man named Greg, who lived just a few blocks from Derek. Greg had been following Derek's streams for weeks. That morning, as he watched Derek chat from behind the wheel, Greg typed a joking comment, "Careful. Derek, you might crash into me if you are driving in my neighborhood." Derek read it aloud and chuckled. "Greg, my man, I do not even know where you live, so do not worry. You are safe." The irony was about to prove painful. As Derek approached an intersection, he leaned in toward his phone to read another flood of comments. "Say hi to my dog, Derek," someone wrote. Derek squinted at the screen, waved, and shouted, "Hello to the dog." At that moment, traffic in front of him slowed. Derek looked up too late. With a screech of tires, his car slammed into the back of another vehicle. The phone jolted but stayed live, capturing Derek's horrified expression as the sound of crunching metal echoed through the stream. Gasps and shocked comments exploded across the chat window. Derek groaned, gripping the wheel. "Oh no, oh no, oh no. Did that really just happen?" He fumbled to set the phone down, but it continued broadcasting. He opened his door and stumbled out to inspect the damage. The car he had hit was dented, its bumper hanging loose. The driver stepped out, furious. "What were you doing? Were you not watching the road?" Derek's jaw dropped. The man he had hit was Greg, the very same Greg who had been watching the stream. Greg's eyes flicked from Derek's guilty face to the still streaming phone clutched in his hand. He raised a finger, pointing accusingly. "You were live streaming? I was watching you right before this happened. I told you not to crash into me, and then you literally crashed into me." The absurdity of the situation hit Derek like a second collision. His chat exploded with messages of disbelief and laughter. "This is insane," one viewer typed. Another wrote, "I cannot believe you hit Greg." Screenshots began circulating instantly. Derek sputtered, I did not mean. I was just joking around." Greg crossed his arms. "Well, your joke just wrecked my car." Within minutes, police arrived. Greg wasted no time explaining everything, even showing the officers the live stream footage still playing on his phone. Derek stood mortified as the officers confirmed the story. The evidence was undeniable. He had been distracted by his own stream, and his viewers had witnessed every second of it. The stream ended, not with a cheerful goodbye, but with Derek's phone being shut off by an officer. The final image his audience saw was Derek standing beside his crumpled car, hands on his head, while Greg gestured angrily. News spread fast. Clips of the crash appeared online, turning Derek into an unwilling viral figure. Headlines read, "Man crashes into viewer while live streaming and from stream to scream." Local driver's online fame takes a wrong turn. Derek's channel, once filled with playful antics, was now flooded with jokes, criticism, and endless reminders of his mistake. For weeks afterward, Derek could not escape the story. Strangers recognized him in grocery stores and whispered, "That is the livestream crash guy." Friends teased him endlessly. Even Greg, though frustrated, admitted it was the most bizarre accident of his life. Derek eventually returned to live streaming, but he never again streamed from behind the wheel. Instead, he turned his experience into a cautionary tale. He told his viewers, "If you are going to go live, keep both eyes on the screen or both eyes on the road, but never both at once. Trust me, you do not want to learn the hard way." And though he regretted the crash, he knew one thing for certain: his most infamous stream would never be forgotten.